Good morning, students. So today we will just revise regarding the genetics. So which different definitions will be comes under the genetics and which type of questions will be asked here. Okay. So regarding the genetics in brief. Genetics is nothing but the study of genes. Genes will be comes under the genetics. So it can be defined as study of heredity and variations. Heredity means the character will be transferred from parents to offspring, means from generation to generation it will be transferred. And the variation means the two individuals will not looks like a same, means the parents have the two children or three children, so those are not looks like a similar, means those will be looks like their father or mother or their grandmother son. So like this those will be looks like a totally different, only bit some characters will be transferred, that we call as the variation. Variations means two individuals will not looks like a similar, variations will be takes place there. So again these definitions will be asked for the 2 marks. Define heredity, define variation, gene means what. Okay, so just I will revise in brief. So heredity means again transmission of a character from generation to generation or transmission of a character from parents to offspring here. Understood? Variation means dissimilarities that exist among the individuals. Then next, gene means it is the unit of heredity. So gene is again we called as the segment of DNA. Okay, so that will be actually transfer the characters. So any character of the individual controlled by the gene here. Then locus means position of the gene in the chromosome. Understood? So where the gene is located in the chromosome, that position we called as the locus. Genome means again total number of gene present in a chromosome. Okay, how many number of the genes are present in the chromosome, that total number we called as the genome here. Alleles means again pair of gene. Always genes are located in a pair, so it may be 4 gene means 2 pair like this. So allele is nothing but pair of the genes here. Okay, so for any character 2 genes are required for the single character, and sometimes what will be happens, more than 2 genes will be control the single character. Single character means if you consider the height of a man, that will be controlled by the 2 genes. 2 genes means one is the paternal, one is the maternal, means one is the father's, one is the mother's. Sometimes what happens, the single character is controlled by more than 2 genes here. Understood? So that we called as the alleles here. Homozygous means similarity or identical when a given pair of allele are similar. Allele means pair of genes, those if same, then we called as the homozygous. It may be capital T or small t. Heterozygous means dissimilarity. Understood? When a given pair of allele is dissimilar, means capital T small t or capital A small a, like this we called as the heterozygous. Then phenotype. So the phenotype means external appearance of an individual, means some people will be looks like a black, some are white, some are tall, some are dwarf, hair color or long hair, like this different characters are there in a organism. So those external appearance we called as the phenotype. Genotype means genetic constitution of an organism, means genetic setup. If any character if you consider, that is the black, white, tall, dwarf, those are controlled by the genes, that we called as genotype. Okay, for every character controlled by the genotype or the genes here. Then next is the hybrid. Hybrid is an offspring obtained by the crossing of two varieties differing at least one set of a character, means both parents we have to take in a different character. If we those crossed, the production will be heterozygous or hybrid. Understood? So hybrid is an offspring obtained by the crossing the two varieties differing in at least one set of character. If two sets, that we called as the dihybrid. Single set, that we called as the monohybrid. So next we called as the dominant and the recessive. Dominant means it is the gene which expresses itself in hybrid and masks the expression of recessive allele. Dominant always expresses its character and it will be suppress the recessive. So recessive gene means if the dominant recessive both present, always dominant express the character, recessive will not express the character. In some condition like the recessive epistasis and all those things, the recessive gene will be express the character like this. Okay, trait means character. Heredity character means tall, dwarf, black, white, okay, hair, so nail and the hands, like these different phenotypic character are there, no, that we called as trait. Then monohybrid and the dihybrid cross. So monohybrid means again two pure breed parents with respect to only one trait. If we take only one character of those parents, when we crossed, the offspring will be produced, that we call as monohybrid cross. Dihybrid means we have to select two character at a time and we have to make the cross. For example, I given the example for the monohybrid, that is the stem height, tall and dwarf. Tall, dwarf, it is the only one character. That's why it's monohybrid. For the dihybrid, we took yellow, round, wrinkle, like this, okay, seed shape. That we took two characters. That's why it is the dihybrid. Understood? So these are regarding the terminology which is used in the genetics. So again, next what? Gregor John Mendel's means why he took or why he selected the pea plant here. Understood? So pea plants means we call as the Pisum sativum here. He took the 7 characters, or he selected the 7 characters here. Then why he selected only this plant? Because it is the annual plant with short life cycle, have the short life cycle, so easily he can produce the offspring. So again he can take the character, like his work going in the Pisum sativum. Then plants show well defined contrasting character. All the characters are present in the plant, like the stem, seed shape, again we call it the pod shape, okay, so seed coat color, all these things are the contrasting characters. Those all are present, that's why he took the Pisum sativum. Understood? So next is again nothing but the hybrid or fertile plant produces many seeds. That's why he took the Pisum sativum. So next, Mendel selected the 7 characters. Which are those 7 characters? Stem height, position of flower, pod color, pod shape, seed coat color, cotyledon color. All these 7 characters he took, and he successfully completed all these hybridization in the pea plant in the Pisum sativum. Understood? So regarding this, so next is the monohybrid cross. So just I will tell the law here which is related with the monohybrid cross. It will ask for the 5 marks. Monohybrid cross, the law that we called as the law of segregation or law of purity of gametes. Okay, so monohybridization is the cross involving only one pair of contrasting character. That's why we called as the principle of dominance or law of segregation. Segregation refers to the separation. Gametes will be separate and produces the individual. So its phenotypic ratio 3:1, genotypic is the 1:2:1. Then again dihybrid cross. So for the dihybrid cross, he means principle is nothing but the law of independent assortment. Okay, so when 2 pair of contrasting characters are involved in cross, the 2 pair of alleles distribute independent. Those will be separate or distribute independently because they are present in 2 different pair of homologous chromosomes. Those are located in different, and crossed they are separated with each other. Okay, so that we called as the dihybrid cross. So these are the monohybrid and the dihybrid cross. Like this you have to put the Punnett checkerboard, and again you write the phenotypic ratio and the genotypic ratio here. Okay, so again you have to study regarding the interaction of the genes here. So interaction of genes means what? So this hypothesis of interaction of genes was proposed by Bateson and Punnett. These 2 scientists worked under this, and he told the single character is controlled by the two genes, but afterwards what they told, more than two genes will be control the single character. Okay, so the example will becomes, that is the, these are the means some genes will be located in the same allele, some will be located in the different allele of the homologous chromosome, that we called as the non-allelic and the allelic gene interaction. If the alleles or the genes located in the same locus of the homologous chromosome, then we call as the allelic gene interaction. If the genes are located in the different chromosome, then the non-allelic gene interaction. So these are the dominant epistasis, recessive epistasis, supplementary factor, complementary factor. These all examples will be comes under the gene interactions. Okay, for the supplementary factors, the examples we took, that is the comb pattern in fowl. Comb pattern means again pea-shaped, single-shaped, walnut-shaped, rose-shaped. These are the different shape of the combs present in the poultry fowls. Okay, so that character he took, all these genes are combined with each other or crossed with each other and produce the different character here. That is the supplementary factor. And the complementary factors means again, here also we took the different examples. So example for the complementary genes is the that we took the cross between the different varieties of the white flowers and the colored flowers of the different plants, and cross he made, then he observed the different colored flower, that is the purple color. So again the phenotypic ratio will become 9:7. For this also you have to write the genotypic ratio. Okay, so here two dominant genes will be control the single character. So dominant genes here plays an important role. Then next we studied epistasis. Okay, so epistasis means again the gene which suppress the other gene, that we called as the epistasis, just like a dominant and recessiveness. But in case of the dominant and recessiveness, those are located in the same locus. Okay, but here what happens, sometimes it will be located in the different loci, that in this again dominant epistasis and recessive epistasis will be comes here. So dominant epistasis means again example will become, that is the plumage color in Leghorn and Vendote. Plumage color means again feather color. Okay, feather color in the different fowls here. Leghorn is the one fowl, Vendote different species of the fowl. So those are combined with crossed with each other and produces the different character here. Okay, dominant means here the dominant gene will be mask the recessive gene, and the dominant expresses its character, and the original character will be expressed in the F2 generation. Understood? Actually in the F1 generation, the I, so this I is for the genetically different, but in phenotypically it appears different in the F1 generation. But in the F2 generation, white color will be appears, that is because the epistasis. In the F2 generation only it will be expresses its character, and the ratio will be 13:3. That is the white colored and the colored or any colored will be occurs here. That is the complementary factors. So next again we studied the lethal genes. Okay, so lethal gene means we called as the dead genes. Dead gene means again if those are the dominant, that will not survive, the individual will be die here. But if the recessive lethal genes are present, that will be in the heterozygous condition, and that will be transferred from generation to generation. The lethal genes show its activity in the embryonic stage or in the adult stage. It will be show its activity in any condition, in any stage of the life cycle of organism. So those we called as the dead genes. If in the nature actually we can able to see the recessive lethal gene, those are in the heterozygous condition. If the organism have the dominant lethal gene, that organism will be die. So you can't able to see the dominant lethal genes in the nature. Understood? So again next class we have to study regarding the linkage and crossing over. So again that I will teach in the next class. Okay, thank you.